You hear a branch snap behind you on a quiet street at night. Your heart rate spikes before you even turn around. Your palms go cold. Nothing has actually happened yet. But the real reason your body reacts like this is far stranger than simple nervousness. Your brain isn't responding to the sound, it's responding to something that hasn't existed for 100,000 years. A predator in the dark. You live behind locked doors. You drive a car with airbags. You carry a phone that can call for help in seconds. By almost every measure, you are safer than any human who has ever lived. And yet your nervous system still behaves like you're crossing an open savanna at dusk, alone and being watched. Why? Go back far enough and your ancestors weren't the most dangerous thing around. They were prey. Big cats hunted early hominins. So did hyenas. Anthropologists have found ancient hominin bones in Africa with puncture wounds matching the exact spacing of leopard teeth. For long stretches of human history, being eaten was a real possibility. Evolution doesn't reward accuracy. It rewards survival, and those aren't the same thing. Imagine two early humans hearing a rustle in the grass. One assumes wind. Most of the time, they're right. The other assumes predator and runs. Most of the time, they're wrong too. But the one who guessed wrong about the wind, even once, doesn't get to pass on their genes. The one who guessed predator too often just looks a little jumpy. They survive. Their descendants inherit that jumpiness. The psychiatrist Randolph Nesse compared this to a smoke detector. A good detector isn't calibrated for precision. It's calibrated to never miss a real fire, even if that means going off over burnt toast. Your fear response works the same way. It isn't built to be right. It's built to never miss the one time it matters. You are descended from an unbroken line of people who are a little too paranoid to die. Here's what that looks like inside you. When you sense possible danger, a small structure deep in your brain called the amygdala fires before your conscious mind has finished processing what you saw. The neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux traced this pathway, showing sensory information can reach the amygdala through a fast shortcut before it reaches the parts of your brain built for careful reasoning. Your body can decide to be afraid before you know why, and this system is oddly specific. Researchers Arna Ullman and Susan Manica found that people spot images of snakes and spiders far faster than neutral images, even flashed for a fraction of a second. Pictures of guns and outlets, statistically far more dangerous today, didn't get the same rapid detection. Evolution hasn't caught up. Snakes have threatened primates for tens of millions of years. Guns have existed for a few hundred. You're running very old software on very new hardware. So what happens to all that leftover alertness now that the predators are gone? It finds new targets. Social rejection activates some of the same circuitry as physical threat. For most of human history, being cast out of your group wasn't just painful, it was a death sentence. Alone, you couldn't defend yourself or gather enough food, so your brain still treats a public mistake, an awkward silence, and unanswered text with something like the old emergency protocol. Exclusion equals death. React accordingly. That's why you can be completely safe in a locked room with food in the fridge and still feel a low hum of anxiety with nowhere to go. It isn't random. It's a system still scanning for a threat that no longer exists in that shape. Even your restlessness has ancient roots. Early humans who stayed alert to their surroundings, changes in weather, shifts in the group's mood, had an advantage. You still do this. You just call it checking your phone, refreshing a feed, glancing at a notification the moment it appears. Same circuitry, aimed at a screen instead of a tree line. So the next time your heart jumps at a loud noise or dread washes over you before opening a message, understand what's happening. You're not broken. You're running a survival system built across hundreds of thousands of years by ancestors who needed to be a little too careful to make it through the night. That system kept every one of them alive long enough to become you. You hear a branch snap behind you on a quiet street at night. And for one moment, before your rational mind catches up, you are standing exactly where your ancestors once stood, on the edge of the dark, still being hunted by something that vanished 100,000 years ago. Like and subscribe for more content like this.